Good morning, and we'll begin our recording for the Be the Light meditation here out of Olympia, Washington. Big, beautiful trees outside, surrounded by nature, and I welcome you for taking the time and coming to spend some time for yourself, some time to sort things through, slow down, make sense of things, and get to town, get working on some of the things that you're finding that are keeping you from your highest, best, happiest self. And I have to tell you, we can do these meditations, and for 3 days, because let me explain how it actually works. Because we are inviting in our perfect, highest configuration, and because we are divine beings, and we always have the right to ask, we can become absolutely perfectly balanced during these meditations and afterwards. And depending on how fast we move back into our regular lives, our regular thinking, and being triggered by the regular people, problems, and issues, it kind of unwinds. Now, you're still at a little bit higher level, but don't be disappointed. It's completely natural. My son's an attorney, and he brought a judge over one day, and their friend said, "We don't know what you do, but we feel perfect for 3 days." And I said, "Interesting." And now I'm in a group with Lynn McTaggart because I always want to look at a new facet. How does another person work with intention and hold it and watch how it unfolds? Same thing. People have an instant euphoria. Oh, I'm perfect. Everything's going to be great from here in. I feel great. And then, depending on what it is and how strong the core issue is, we can't cut all core issues at once. I call it like pulling a huge weed, the absolute root. And let me tell you why. Because the initial wounding is so deep within the infrastructure of our entire personality, ecosystem, and brain thinking. That, say, if you are disturbed with male authority, for instance, that's the original thing with your father. And often we do go into the original thing, but the problem is that this original thick, dark rock has set in so deep, and then it has blossomed. Oh, then your teacher becomes that dreaded, awful male authority. So then you develop issues and drama with that person, then your partner, then the next partner, the next partner. Pretty soon, there's so many rocks, pebbles. Sometimes it's just the guy at the supermarket. Creep, control freak, egotistic. And it all stems from this first original horrific betrayal, abuse, or even your reaction to something and taking it wrong. So you are projecting out into the world an expectation that this is reality. And so you have 1,000 movies going of how this is true. Someone else, maybe even a sister or brother in your same family, who didn't have that initial instance in that flavor, might think, "Dad's great. All men are great. I have great relationships." So we each have our own flavor. And even though we may have gone back and worked on the trauma with the dad, the anger, the abuse, we have generalized it out so that it is such an integrated part of our personality that it is almost seems ever present. And that doesn't mean it can't be healed. It just means we have to take our eraser and erase, because every time we re-traumatize ourselves or bring that vibration up and dance with another person, that is a new color on our puzzle pieces. It is a new color that sits there For instance, maybe the partner had such a certain voice, and when he betrayed you, even though it was originally your father, the original root to this weed, every other man who has that nuance of vibration in his voice, you are like, oh my God, he's not trustworthy. And all those voices are trustworthy to other people. So we walk around with umbrellas trying to stay away, creating avoidance patterns, creating stories, and creating havoc. So we learn here how to go in and dissolve the core root as much as we can, pop the other bubbles, but also use our will and the clarity of our thinking with precision to dissolve any negative thought so that we are not adding to it and adding like a crust on it. We become a crusty old person who can't love, is afraid to love, and has trouble working with bosses and partners and everyone. So congratulations that you're here. You're awake and you know that there are things in your life that could go smoother. And we say we want to see everybody with God's eyes, because if you consistently choose love, guess what? That's the way it works too. And choosing love with all this pain that is going on inside of you, and fear and positions, and here it comes again. It is a conscious choice, and you are overriding the other story systems. And the vibration of love is so strong and has such a good effect, it disarms. It actually disarms the alarms in your head. Here's that voice, here's that male. The other people don't feel a pushback from you, and they get to breathe, and they get to be natural even before you started your usual dissonant dance. It disarms, it disengages the triggery and the inflammation. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go in and we're going to do our very best way to be patient with everyone in the world, because unfortunately, the more awake you are, the more you see and feel exactly what ticks you off. Is that true? You're seeing it in people, you're going, oh, what a loser. Look, I know just how that works. When I was little, we're going to get into meditation for a minute, but this is part of the buy-in of like, yeah, I'm glad I'm here today. This is what it's about. I used to see someone come into my grandparents' house or my family, and my dad would say, oh, he's a loser. That's a can of worms. Or he wouldn't let us date the carnies, handsome guys at the carnival. And I'd always say, but they seem so nice. Why are my parents so judgmental? Because they'd have years and years and years of seeing natural consequences for certain behaviors and vibrations of manipulation, charisma, narcissism, all of that. So forgive yourselves all the time when you were a child and you trusted that people would be nice. And we very carefully learn who's not safe. But you're not safe if you're walking around like, you're not safe, you're not safe, you're not safe. You actually, by choosing love, can help someone else be safe. You can help them trust themselves and love themselves in a way they never imagined. Fight over, game over, totally disarms. No weapons come out. It's like, okay. In your mind, you're going, is this possible? Mother Teresa, Dalai Lama, Jesus Christ, Kuan Yin. Well, of course, all the disembodied saints, because they don't even have to be here. We can't watch them. See if they make a mistake. So you actually are a bodhisattva. You're someone who's been through all this again. But when we come to Earth, we take the pill of forgetting, and we have to learn and learn and learn. And we learn an exact ratio in correlation to what we are going to teach and model to those coming up and awakening. So you're here as a volunteer. You didn't come just to sit in a hammock and eat grapes and have a big bank account. You're here to help women bite the bullet, be conscious, and choose love, even if it's hard. So everything you've done up to this point is to be a visitor here and accomplish this mission. So the more you fight that mission, the more lessons you're going to get to choose love, choose love, choose love. Choose love, make it easy, save time, okay? All right, let's drop in. Go ahead and shut your eyes and relax. Take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. Let all the thinking go and go into your heart. And your heart is laughing. Of course, that's why you came here. It's so obvious. So shimmy up very, very close to that wise, higher core self that is in there, always on your side. And we are going to make best friends. So you are never alone with your personality and your old operational systems. So that your best friend, when things come push to shove, and even if it's not push to shove, but somewhere in your neurology, the alarms go off and say, I'm not safe, so I've got to defend, protect, or push. This best friend is going to give you a pause for the cause. Hold on a second, this best friend will say. This is what best friends do. They tell you the truth, even if it's not real comfortable. This best friend in your heart speaking into a megaphone so your ears can hear. Do you really want to go down this road again? Step back with your fighting reaction and take a breath and say, you know, there's no winning when I'm in the earth foray. I choose to take a deep breath and find that place with your support, best friend, that I can choose love. And this creative exploration to find a way in that moment to express and be and share love will be the greatest tool and fun. You'll develop a new toolkit. Someone's coming who's always trouble, but you know what? The outfit they have on looks really good. They're looking good. The first thing you can do to disarm a person is to say something heartfelt. Like best friends, heartfelt. You say it in a way you would say it to your best friend so they can get it and hear you in a way that they feel seen. You know, that dress looks so great on you. That must feel really good. Most people who have what I call naughty, selfish behaviors feel unloved, unseen, unworthy. So wait a minute. You said something from your heart, from a vibration of love. And guess what? They're going to melt. They're going to melt. So that's just one tiny example. You can help them. You can see them. You can find something they've done in the past. That's easy. That you are impressed by. Everybody does something courageous and impressive. So you and your best friend, and even if you're still in your human personality, a little annoyed, let your best friend nudge you and allow you to grow a bouquet that tells that person you're okay, because you're going to give them a bouquet, an okay bouquet, okay? There's a lot of okays. Take a deep breath. And this humor part is very important too. We are reacting all day long. And when you laugh, you release stress. You release cortisol. You know what cortisol is? Exhaustion, adrenal fatigue, and eventually takes you down. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. We ask and intend to set this sacred space with our new best friend. Give a picture, a face, a smell to this new best friend. Might be an angel. It's probably better if it's your creation and it's not, say, an ancestor or somebody who already has a certain pattern of consciousness, but someone fresh and new. And here's the little secret. It's just the higher part of you. It's the divine knowing self. It's the part that hovers in your crown chakra, that occasionally you open the doors to your crown chakra and you let that wisdom, that knowledge, and that balance come in. But we need little devices. So this BFF, best friend forever, through this meditation, will be present and accessible to you. And we are now going to do this meditation so we can turn a switch on and hear and feel and know the presence of this consciousness of choose love within us at all times and program ourselves when we are least likely to be sane and on top of things, for her or him to automatically come in and be present and centered there with us at the helm. We call in our spirit guides. We call in the divine beings of light. We surround ourselves with the light. In our whole line of balance, we remove everybody else's energy. And we are present purely. We see this BFF being, feel the vibration of this being. Trust their heart, their wisdom, their guidance, and their messages. It is pure. When you have clearly felt and seen this being, allow them to come and to slip into your skin. So this being's heart is now beating with your heart. Let your brain waves now synchronize. Take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. Back to your heart. We're going to take a few minutes of silence. We quiet our minds. We silence our thoughts. And we allow our hearts to synchronize, not just in physical beating, but in communication. So we ask and intend in this moment to wait in stillness, to hear or feel or see communication from this inner guidance. So go ahead and lie down or relax, and we are going to take 2 to 3 minutes for this. Very, very gently, we will come back. You may have noticed that the voice sounds like your voice, perfectly normal. Perhaps there weren't clear words, perfectly normal. The important thing is you're feeling and developing a presence, like an oversoul presence, which is truly your connection to Source. And we have merely put in a beautiful best friend as kind of a anchor touchstone to assist us. Sometimes this higher self can come as a chill, a knowing. Often, as we are awakening in our bed, from dream time to waking up, I will hear a few words. Don't take the first words as their face value. Take them into your heart and let them germinate. Often, it is for you to understand a simple sentence, not from fear, but from a gestalt of, oh, that's what they meant. That's what Spirit is guiding me about. Contemplate. Take some time and develop a very deep, nuanced relationship with this being. And all this being asks in return is love and appreciation. You don't have to take this best friend out to lunch. Just open your heart and be so thankful. This best friend is available in the middle of the night, beyond human realms. Will never criticize you. Everything about this being is to support and love and assist you to awaken and choose love. So let this joy in your heart, this marriage, this joining together, imagine little streamers, rainbows of light coming out from your heart down into your tissues. Let's open our crown chakra and allow Source to celebrate this union and kind of cement it and integrate it in by pouring down from Source a beautiful bath of sparkling stars and more lacy ribbons of all colors. So we are making new, remember when we were little and our hair was braided? We are braiding up new energetic forms of beauty, functionality, that are stable, that are actually palpable and visible to others, not from their human eye, but from their inside eye of, gee, what is it about this person? They seem like they know what they're doing. They're confident. I trust them. They are giving out an energy where I know it's good for me to be around them. So you become a magnet for other people. So let all this go down in certainty through your entire body, down to your toes, and let it just fan out into the earth. And we're just about finished with this meditation. Feels like an old, very, very best friend on steroids. I mean, just accelerated, expanded friend has come back and said, I'm never leaving you. I am here for you. And that's what Source is. That you've got a best friend now with the face and energy, a color, a smell. Because essentially we do all feel that we're alone, but we're really not. So thanks for joining me today. I'm Jan Jorgensen, Sound and Light Healing Arts, and I'm going to turn off the recording and see what's up for our wonderful listeners here. See how their week is going.